sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man. Andy Ruiz officially splits from his coach, Manny Robles. Excuse me if I mispronounced his name. Manny said it was Al Haymon's decision. And let's talk a little bit about how the situation went down and a little bit more details you may not know. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. So let's get into it. Manny Robles said that his father gave him a text message or he called him to sit down for a meeting. He said he knew they wouldn't stop him by to say hello or basically say let's eat lunch, and said that he knew they was going to part ways with him. He says he knew this was coming after the fight because after the fight they had little to no communication, and it sounds like Pacquiao after he fought Jeff Horn with Freddie Roach. So Manny Robles, basically said that it was Al Haymon's decision. That's what the father told him, or Team Ruiz told him. And, he basically said nobody had control going into the second Anthony Joshua fight over Andy Ruiz. He said Andy Ruiz came and did what he wanted to do, work when he wanted to work. Basically, he was very, very lazy. He didn't take the rematch serious at all. And it's nothing that Manny or Andy Ruiz, his manager, his father, could do to control Ruiz. Ruiz did what he wanted to do. He said after the fight, Andy Ruiz apologized, but he just said it just didn't seem like they was going to bring him back. Now, Andy Ruiz has had a few trainers over his career. I know Abel Sanchez was one coach, and he said Abel Sanchez would just leave a game plan for them to follow and wouldn't actually be in the gym with Andy Ruiz. So that's sad right there. But you see why Andy Ruiz is lazy, and this is why Andy Ruiz is fat. This is why he don't look like an in-shape fighter. This is why Top Rank didn't take his career seriously. And it's unfortunate, and Manny Robles did a lot for Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz was on his knuckles. I basically said it like that. And Manny Robles, opened, a lot of doors for him. He took care of Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? When Andy didn't have nothing, Manny opened his arms and took care of Andy Ruiz. And that just shows you there's no loyalty in the boxing game. The fighters don't have no loyalty to these coaches, man. You hear these coaches talk about it all the time. Once these fighters start getting money, and they get money early in boxing now, but once they start getting their first real paydays, they stop listening. They stop going to the gym. They stop listening to the coach. They stop taking it serious. They start going out, gaining weight in between camps, getting drunk, and now that they ain't fighting on a regular basis, it's tougher to come back each camp. So, he got a little taste of fame, and you see what happened. You know what I'm saying? You can't even say he relapsed because he never got that. And Manny Robles did a lot for Andy Ruiz and Andy Ruiz's father and Andy Ruiz's family. I just put it like that. I don't want to put their business out there. But he did a lot for them. He did a really lot for them. And for him to do him like that wasn't Manny Robles' fault. If Andy Ruiz took it serious the first time with less time to prepare, coming off a victory, and then turning right around and hopping in camp versus versus Anthony Joshua, I mean, how's Al Haymon going to have so much control to tell him, oh, man, you should fire Manny Robles? What do Al Haymon know? What do Al Haymon know? Do Al Haymon know how to hold the pads? I'm telling you, Al Haymon got way too much power, bro. Way too much power. But they could just be saying that as a cop-out, too. They could be blaming Al. Like, everybody blame Al. Oh, Al said, Al told me not to do this. Or Al said the money wasn't right. Or Al told me to be paid. I think they be hiding behind Al Haymon a lot. I don't even think it'd be Al Haymon, bro. Seriously, I don't even think it'd be Al Haymon. I think these dudes be lying, using Al Haymon as a shield. Because why would Al Haymon tell him to leave Manny Robles? You know what I'm saying? He had his best success with Manny Robles. You know what I'm saying? What do Al Haymon know about training? I know his brother used to box. What Al Haymon know what's good for him? Or, maybe Floyd may say my father good for him. Maybe somebody gave some advice like that. But, at the end of the day, for Al Haymon got a lot of power if he can make you split with your coach. Real talk. You ain't hear him tell Danny Garcia or Sean Porter they need to lead their daddies, or Robbie Shaw Jr. they need to lead their daddies. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never heard them say that. And they need to lead their daddies and coaches more than Andy Ruiz need to lead Manny Robles. Andy Ruiz ain't never looked this good with another coach as he beat Anthony Joshua in the first fight. But he said this dude did what he wanted to do. He was lazy. He didn't come. He didn't show up for camp. It sounded like he was saying, and he said, he said it won't be the first time or the last time it happened. But if somebody not diligent in the gym, somebody apologize for not being there. Somebody say, I dropped the ball, I effed up. I'm gonna come back stronger. Somebody got a reputation for being lazy. How is this on the coach? How is this on the coach? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How they mad at the coach? What coach gonna sit there and be a disciplinarian and chase Andrew Ruiz in the streets and make Andrew Ruiz get into the gym? Nobody. None of these coaches doing that no more. They tried, Freddie Roach, they tried to get Frankie Gomez in the gym. Was a talented fighter. He wanted to stay in the street. So if Andrew Ruiz don't want to feed his family, he want to take his money and think that's enough money to retire for the rest of his life, so be it. So be it. But they ain't gonna put this on Manny Robles. Manny Robles was helping Andrew Ruiz out when Al Haymon wasn't. Real talk. When he took his last dime and bought himself out his contract, this man ain't had nothing. Just as much as Al Haymon helped Andrew Ruiz out, Manny Robles helped him out just as much. That dude, like I said before, man. These boxers is terrible. Like when Badu Jack sent a text message to break up with Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, I still don't respect him for that. I still can't respect. You can't shake a man's hand, look him in his eye, and tell him you no longer need his services. You know what I'm saying? Danny Jacobs and Andre Rozier over a couple dollars. He wanted a percentage out of your $15 million purse, not a flat rate. Come on, if you my mans and that's your uncle, your father-son relationship like that, you gonna do your daddy like that? No. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. These dudes getting these paydays, man, and they don't want to pay nobody. That's what it boiled down to. Then when they lose, they want to blame the coach. It wasn't the coach's fault. If he can draw up a game plan for the first Anthony Joshua fight, he can draw up a game plan for the second. You didn't train. You came in at 290 pounds. BSing in the gym, not sparring, not working the bag, not doing what you supposed to do. And now they gonna make the trainer seem like the issue. No, Andy Ruiz is the issue. And the father not having control over his son is a huge issue. If you can't control your son and make sure your son get there on time, and you can't be that father figure to your son, then who can you be? Who can? Andy Ruiz got all that money, blew through all that money. And his father didn't have no structure. His mother didn't have no structure over him. They just blew the money. They was yes parents. They couldn't be no's. They couldn't tell him, hey, Andy, you need to slow down. We need to be in the gym training for the Joshua rematch. You'll get more money after we beat him again. And if for Al Haymon to have Manny Robles fired, that ain't no good look. That ain't no good look, man. Just tell you Al Haymon got entirely too much power if that's true. Entirely too much power. But I think they hide behind Al. Because there's a lot of fighters that need to split with their trainer on PBC. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo and Derrick James, bad fit. Jamil Charlo and Derrick James, bad fit. But this the game. Blame the trainer. And like Manny said, it won't be the first time, it won't be the last time. But don't nobody never want to take responsibility for their losses. Nobody. That's one thing you got to admire about Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Bernard Hopkins. They win, lose, or draw. They ain't blaming their coach. One thing you can hear about them, they was diligent, they was consistent, they was in the gym, they lived a clean fighter's lifestyle, and they had to come down to blaming the coach because they did everything they needed to do to come in the fight, so they left no stone unturned. Can't say that about every fighter. These fighters start getting money, start getting drunk, start partying. They thinking they made it. And this ain't enough money to retire off of, especially after taxes. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't envision Al Haymon doing that, but he probably did. But it's a lot more guys, and I like to see who train Andy next. There's a lot more guys on his side of the street that need to fire their trainer. Easter, Garcia, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Jamil Charlo, all got bad fits with their trainers. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Let me know what you guys think about the video. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. And check out our heavyweight boxing playlist and boxing news playlist. We gone.